Hey guys, this video is going to explore the concept of ion formation. So concepts relating to ion formation can be divided into two important questions. The first being, how do atoms become ions? And the second being, how do we know whether atoms gain or lose electrons? In this video, we will be exploring the answer to the first of these questions. So how do atoms become ions? Right, let's find out. Now we know that every atom has a certain number of protons. And so just as a quick reminder, the protons are subatomic particles that we find in the nucleus. And the number of protons determines the atomic number of an element. Here's a periodic table. And in this periodic table, we see that every element has this number in the top left corner of its box. Hydrogen has this 1 in the top left-hand corner. This is its atomic number. So hydrogen's atomic number is 1. Lithium has an atomic number of 3, so it has 3 protons. So for any element, if you were to pick out its atomic number, that would be its number of protons. Right, so protons are positively charged. And one of the things that we have to know is that for an atom to be neutral, the number of its protons has to equal the number of its electrons. Electrons, being negatively charged, cancel out basically the charge of the protons, which, as we've said before, are positively charged. Okay, so we're just going to have a look at sodium to illustrate this point a little bit better. Now, sodium has an atomic number of 11, right here, so it has 11 protons. If it were to have 11 electrons, it would have an overall charge of 0. The 11 protons total a charge of 11, and when we add a total of a negative 11 charge from the 11 electrons, we get overall no charge, or a neutral atom. Right. So because atoms don't change the number of their protons very easily, it is the electrons that are preferably lost or gained. And when the number of electrons for an atom changes, the atom actually picks up an overall charge. So there's like an imbalance in the number of protons in the positive charge and the number of electrons in the negative charge. So what if sodium loses one of its electrons and now has 10 electrons? So sodium has a total of 11 protons still, because the number of protons hasn't changed, and that amounts to a overall positive 11 charge from the protons, but then when we add a negative 10 charge from the electrons, we get an overall positive 1 charge. So now we have a sodium ion. An ion is basically an atom that has gained a charge. Here is our sodium ion, and there are examples of other positively charged ions, such as a magnesium 2+ ion, where 2 electrons are lost, or an aluminium 3+ ion, where 3 electrons are lost. So you can try these yourself. Feel free to pause the video and note down these questions and answer them. You'll find the answers to these questions in the video description. Alright guys, thanks for watching.